Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are going to be taking a look at the expansion for Adventure Tactics. This is Adventures in Alchemy. This is going to be bringing us, I'm not sure if it's one hero with a companion or if it's two new heroes. I think it's just one hero with a companion, but a whole new campaign and new elite classes, enemies, potential endings, Act 2, hard mode, ally decks, and type of initiative. So this is somewhat of it's not a huge expansion, but I wouldn't call it a small expansion either. We have side quest 2, we have Into the Slimerverse promo pack, and we have a bunch of replacement stuff. And on top of that, we have a giant empty box. Okay, so we're going to start with the smaller stuff first here. These are essentially just replacements of things that were warping really badly from the original campaign. I have no idea why I have two sets of hero boards. I don't know if this is a mistake, but yeah, hopefully these stay flat. The other ones were warping right out of the box. So this is a sign these appear to be a little thicker. Hopefully they are what we need. I, however, hope that somewhere in that big giant storage box is some neoprene mats, because I'm pretty sure that was part of my pledge. But I'm just gonna push these off to the side. If you are interested in seeing the new stuff, let me know. But otherwise, there's nothing new or fancy about that. So let's start with the smallest item first. We will take a look at the Slimerverse promo pack. Now this was a $4 add-on or something like that. Technically, the upgraded boards or the fixed boards were free, but they put this out there for a $4 add-on, which helped really offset the shipping costs of those new boards. So we have here, it appears, yeah, these are all cards. This is all the backs of cards that go into your hand. So we have a ruby wand, so these are weapons and armor and an accessory. And then let's see here, how do we go about getting these into our... Okay, so this is folded a little weird. All right, so I'm assuming it should look like this, most likely. There we go. So defeat both the Ruby and Violet Slime Lords. No heroes are knocked out in the encounter. So there you go. It's a single one-off shot, I guess, to truly earn the loot. There you go. So that's a little promo pack into the Slimerverse here. That's it. Okay, done. Side quest 2. So there was a side quest, little mini book, or I guess these aren't mini, these are pretty big, but so you can use these encounters are designed to be played as one-shot adventures with brand new heroes used solely for the duration of this encounter. So yeah, just some pretty intense ones. You can see there's a big long list. These are much more of a level 3 adventure. Here we have a level 4 adventure, a level 5 adventure. So these just get increasingly harder and harder. Level 6 adventure, and we're getting all the way up to level 8 adventure. So there you go. Just more quests to do stuff, and obviously this one has that guy included. All right, so let's bust it. Hey, that's our archer. Let's bust into this guy here. All right, Adventures in Alchemy. Expansion rulebook. Okay, nice manageable size. We've got some Briar Walls. We have the Vortex marker. 1 player board for our friend here. A deck box, which I love that they include the little deck boxes. Some allies, bosses, action cards, level up cards, devour tokens, lane and event initiative tokens. So that's the boss. Okay, so previously if you purchased the hero upgrade or the hero pack or whatever it was, hero pack 1, you got Domiang with the wings, her miniature. So now we have 2 boss miniatures and a couple other stuff here. New gameplay elements, events. Okay, events I think could be a good thing to add in. Now I did see, oh, all right, so here we have the class guide built into the back. Alchemist, Mimic, Lancer. Okay, Mimic, that's cool. Fighter, Archer, and Wizard. Cool. A Druid, I like it. A Lancer, Oracle, and that's it. Okay. All right. Here is the campaign guide. I'm not gonna focus in here too much. We'll take a look at Child of Destiny. So it doesn't say you have to use. Oh, okay, maybe it does. Maybe you do have to use. I'm gonna use him anyways because he's the new character, and why wouldn't we? But yeah, there we go. That's all you guys are gonna get. Let's see what else we got here. We have Lane's Hero Board. So this is a good example of, there's a little bit of warping here on this edge, but I honestly believe that's probably from the fact that it would shift. This was the full width and it shifted this and this, it just bent in and travel. There appears to not be, I can tell that whatever's underneath here is not level. So I'm hoping that can probably just be warped back out. But there we go, those just pop out, and let's see if it lays flat. It lays pretty flat. The other ones were awful and they were warping this way, and so you would like set your cards in here and then they would kind of get lost under the board. But yeah, these appear to be better. I really don't understand why they couldn't get this right, but there we go. Okay, so warped a little bit. Still gonna check on my neoprene mats here. All right, so we've got standees. Now, you will notice, oh, here's his tuck box. I thought that's what was gonna be sticking up over here. You'll notice, astute observers will notice that boxes I don't have are the miniatures. I'm perfectly happy with the standees in this game. And once I got, I would have been happy with all standees, but I've said it before, I'll say it again, I have enough plastic in my life. Now, that's not to say that down the road, I might not purchase, that's what was sticking up, purchase the miniatures for the future. But for now, I'm perfectly happy with the standees, but I still bought the storage box because A, I wanted everything to fit comfortably in one box, and B, I'm setting myself up for the future. So right off the bat here, I'm going to pause and go get the other initiative tokens because I'm going to show off a little bit of a problem here. All right, so here are the old initiative tokens. They're very smooth, right? Very glossy. Here are the new initiative tokens, and they are matte. They also, the plastic's even different. It's glossy, matte. This side of the picture doesn't even matter. But when you're, and it really doesn't matter that much, but these are not even close. I'm trying to see if you guys can even tell there. We get them even closer. Matte, see how it's got that texture to it? And this one's super shiny, super reflective. You look at them this way, and you see how this one is reflective and this one is not. Why are these so different? So as you're mixing these up to set your initiative, you know, you can just mix them up and close your eyes, but I can tell you exactly where the two new ones are, right there. I don't know which one's the event and which one's the alchemist, but that's rather frustrating that they were that off. Sometimes it's just like a difference of a little color, you know, a color variation, which I would say the color is pretty spot on, but initiative here, this sticker is bigger, and so everything about this is smaller. They're just way off on all fronts. I just don't get it. Now, the question is, if you have a second edition Adventure Tactics, what do your chips look like? Did we, those of us who, you know, have the original, just get screwed? So hopefully that gets addressed. All right, we have our 2 miniatures. This guy is looking pretty cool. I'll give him that. It's a little like dirty or something. I don't know what's up with that, but he'll get painted. These are pretty easy miniatures to paint. They're okay. You know, the bases are just square and blah. This guy's pretty cool though. But as far as miniatures go, they're all right. All right, now we've got some cards and cards and cards. And I'm guessing that that's all there is. Check under the bottom, nothing there. All right, let's set this off to the side and take a look at some cards. Okay, let's take a look at these smaller ones first here. These are, red ones are, they kind of manipulate your dice. Blue ones are like passive abilities. Appears to be a lot of blue ones, but you can see also these come with, like, if you unlock a certain level of druid, you're going to get Master of Thorns. Enemies starting their turn adjacent to briars takes a red die's worth of damage. Or the Mimic, plus 1 white die when making a basic attack using the basic or advanced mimicry passive abilities, plus 1 movement. Whew. Or Lancer Dive Bomber, deal plus red die additional damage with dive and heavy dive attacks. And then we're not going to go through all of these, but the range of your elixir cards increases by 2. Lots of potion tosses, several potion tosses. So you can have 4 or 5 alchemists in your party. Basically, everybody could be an alchemist if you wanted to. Bandolier, transmutation, divination, written in the stars. After initiative is revealed, you may place yourself anywhere in the initiative order. Okay. Basic mimicry. And again, these all have the who they belong to on the side as well. And you only have slots for 2 of these and 3 of these if you're not familiar with the game. So as you advance, you're going to unlock more and more, but then you have to make a decision when you go into each encounter. All right, up next here we have a whole bunch of, these are probably going to be the Alchemist's starting cards maybe. Healing elixir. Well, there's a lot of healing elixirs here. Interesting. Adrenaline elixir. Target may make a basic move or attack. So these are elixirs, and like this one can go 0 to 1. So you can use it on yourself or an adjacent ally. Adrenaline you can't use on yourself. What else we got here? Heavenly Barrier. When target is damaged by an attack, you take damage to reduce the damage. Ooh, okay. Celestial Fury. Ooh, that one's cool. Petrify, target is stunned. Vine Lash. And so, for those of you not familiar, here we're getting into the Mimics cards. Not familiar, this is a deck building game, essentially. Although you're not, I guess deck construction game is more of a better term. As you're playing the game, each encounter, you have a certain number of cards in your hand. You get 2 actions. Usually you're playing cards out of your hand to take said actions. And then between encounters, you are unlocking as you move up into whatever class you so choose. You're unlocking and adding these cards to your deck. So that's when you're building your deck. You're not building them within the game like most deck builders. You're building them between encounters. Lots of armor and accessories here. Let's see what else we got here. And these are, okay, yeah, there's armor. Class features. So like, one of the unique things about class features is that you can set them onto your player board, and they stay there until you're ready to use them. Sometimes they're one-use cards, and then they go away until the end of the encounter. This one, for example, is a free action, and you always get to slot one at the beginning of the encounter. You get to choose one, and then all the others get shuffled into your deck, and when they come out, you can place them, you can hold on to them, you don't have to discard your hand at the end of a turn, things like that. So here's our starting Alchemist card. So you can see he rolls a red die and basic attack. He's got 3 movement, and he's a ranged character, so you can attack anybody 1 to 3 spots away. There's our Oracle base card. And these are all the classes that you can upgrade into. All right, now we have some ally decks. So these, okay, Lady Ari moves and uses. So I guess they are almost like an AI. Now this appears to be, this other stack of cards appears to be her boss deck. So maybe you have to defeat her to gain her. But you see, you flip these over, and these appear to be pretty similar. But so I guess she just is by herself. If you have like the Golems of Fate here, it's going to tell you like leg golems and shield golems and the blade golems. And it's going to give you each of the different parts on the board. Kalar here, she appears to be all by herself. I'm trying to find somebody who has, who have minions with them here. Chieftain Meeple uses Bonk. Chieftain Meeple moves and attacks. Yeah, I guess none of these people come with buddies. Okay, so here we go. This is a card from Chieftain Meeple, but it actually says the Goblin Enforcers move and make a basic attack. So the Goblin Enforcers are most likely characters that we either unlock here at some point or, yeah, I don't know where my punch board went. But anyways, yeah, that's how these cards work. So you usually just have one deck of kind of boss cards that will activate possibly anybody on the board when it's their turn. And then these are the cards that you upgrade with. So this is going to help you add to your, so here's this basic, you know, this is level 1, 5 hearts. If you move up to add an Alchemist to any one of your rolls, you're going to add 2 health. If you move up to level 2 Alchemist from level 1 Alchemist, you're now at 7 health. You're also adding a healing elixir and an adrenaline elixir. But if you started as, say, the Archer and wanted to add an Alchemist to become a Mimic, then you would gain this card. This is the card for the one person who starts as an Alchemist. And so this is where the best part of the game is upgrading your character between turns. So if that's what you're interested in, then you're in the right place. All right, let's get all this cleared away and let's check out the big box. Here is the big box, and it is a big box. For comparison's sake, the largest box I had up until this point in my collection was the Everdell Complete Collection box, which is, you know, bigger than Frosthaven and, you know, bigger than Gloomhaven, bigger than Madara, and bigger than Mechs vs. Minions. I'm just trying to think of all the big boxes I have around here. This one is a little bit longer and a little bit taller, about the same, yeah, actually a little bit wider too. So a little bit bigger in every single direction, if that helps. I don't own Kingdom Death, so I can't quite compare Kingdom Death, but I've heard that this one is bigger even still. Now, as I take the lid off here, this big box was designed to hold all of the miniatures. You can see here that Enemy Pack 1, and then Enemy Pack 2, and all of the deck boxes, and all, I mean, everything to date. Dice, the whole 9 yards. Also, it's going to hold everything, and I'm hoping that it's going to hold all the cards sleeved, which is something that the original box couldn't handle. Has this nice card chest to pull everything out. This bottom tray. So the reason I went ahead and got this, not just because I may purchase all the minis in the future, is the fact that I think it's going to store everything better than just having the base game. I don't know if I would have gotten everything that was included in this box into the base box and been happy with it. But here we have this future-proof box. I'd rather have a, you know, lighter weight big box where everything fits nicely than a jam-packed original box with lid lift and everything else. So let's take a look here. All right, we have a big empty box. Now, this is designed to fill the space that your enemy pack won. So all of the monster miniatures that they created in the second Kickstarter would, it looks like you would just take that box and slide it right in here. I appreciate, though, that they gave me this box because that's going to keep everything neat and tidy. I'll just have to pull this out every time I play, but that's fine. Same thing is with the Dwellings of Everdell box I have, because I did not purchase the monster standees with the monster miniatures with the you know, sound enabled standees and all that stuff. So half of my Dwellings of Everdell box is actually just filled in with an empty box like that. But again, I'd rather have, you know, that storage there just in case. So all right, we have a card chest here. Looks like there is decent amount. So we've got rooms for smaller ones and lots of different nested areas. Again, the big question is going to be whether or not this can fit sleeved cards. Currently, I don't have my cards sleeved, but since this plays like a deck builder, this is one that I would normally sleeve. So I'm going to see how they fit in here without sleeves and then make the decision on whether or not we should move forward with sleeves. Because I'm certainly not going to buy this giant box and then not even use it because it's just, I want to sleeve cards. All right, and then we have just a big old giant tray in the bottom. And I'm not seeing any of my neoprene mats. Again, I'm gonna have to check on that. I don't want to jump to any conclusions that those were ready or anything like that. But, so here we have our tray. This looks like it's gonna hold possibly some dice and a whole bunch of the tokens, things like that. Yeah, and I'm guessing these are for the miniatures. Originally, the miniatures were in something like this, but this is a little bigger. So I like how this comes out. This is going to be something that you just pull out and set off to the side and pull stuff from. And just looking at the plastic here, it's pretty good. It's not flimsy, so it's not super thick either. See, there's some like squish to it right there. My only concern about that is the fact that, boom, you're going to have a big box of miniatures coming down on this if you have the full set. And then this opening would be for the smaller box that came with just the Adventures of Alchemy enemy pack. So I'm also guessing plop, just drops right in. Looks like your deck boxes are going to go over here. Some more miniatures over here. Your two big bosses probably right here. And that's it. So up next on the channel is going to be all of this filled with what I have. I have everything minus the enemy pack miniatures. So we're going to see how it feels, how it fills out, and whether or not this is a viable option for you if you don't own the miniatures. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, like the video, all that jazz. All right, see you next time.